Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model. Today I'll be doing a review on a JC Wings Air Canada Airbus A340-500 and a 1/2" scale model in their Icy Blue Livery. I purchased this model from Troy's Toys based out of Overland Park, Kansas. His website is www.troystoysinc.com. Before I go into details about this model, allow me to share you some information about the history of Air Canada and how they came into existence as we speak. Alright? Air Canada was founded on April 11, 1937, where it was actually originated from the Canadian federal government's 1936 creation of Trans-Canada Airlines, TCA, and commenced operations on September 1st, 1937. With an electric aircraft carrying passengers and mail from Vancouver, British Columbia to Seattle, Washington. Then began operating their first transcontinental routes from Montreal to Vancouver on April 1st, 1939, using 12 Lockheed Model 14 Super Electras and 6 Lockheed Model 18 Lodestars, as the airline operated under its original name until January 1st, 1965, when it was officially renamed to what has become known today as Air Canada. The corporate headquarters of Air Canada is located at the Air Canada Center, which is a 7-story building that's located along with the airline's main hub and base of operations on the grounds of the Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport, which is located approximately 12 miles southwest of downtown Montreal in the Montreal borough of St. Laurent, while the airline's other hubs are located at Toronto Pearson International Airport, located in Toronto, Ontario, Vancouver International Airport in Richmond, British Columbia, and Calgary International Airport, located in Calgary, Alberta. And Air Canada also has focus cities located at Halifax Stanfield International Airport, located in Enfield, Nova Scotia, and Ottawa McDonald Cartier International Airport, located in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. As of September 2017, or at the time of this video review posting, Air Canada is currently the world's 8th largest passenger airline carrier based on fleet size, as Air Canada flies to 182 destinations worldwide on 6 inhabited continents. It is one of 11 airline carriers to permanently fly to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air China, Air France, British Airways, Delta Airlines, Emirates, Korean Air, Qantas, Qatar Airways, Singapore Airlines, and South African Airways respectively, with the operating fleet of 172 aircraft, which consists of 18 Airbus A319s, 42 Airbus A320s, 15 Airbus A321s, 8 Airbus A330-300s, 10 Boeing 767-300ERs, 6 Boeing 777-200LRs, 19 Boeing 777-300ERs, 8 Boeing 787-8 Dreamliners, 21 Boeing 787-9 Stretch Dreamliners, and 25 Embraer ERJ-190 aircraft. And in addition to the 172 aircraft that currently operates in the Air Canada fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 114 aircraft. That includes 49 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8, 12 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 9s, 8 Boeing 787-9 Stretch Dreamliners, and 45 Bombardier CS-300s. Also, as of September 2017, or at the time of this video review posting, Air Canada is actually one of 4 North American carriers, along with Virgin America, JetBlue, and Porter Airlines, that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. And the Airbus destination code for Air Canada on this particular aircraft is 41. Now let's take a look at the box here. The front of the box, you see the Air Canada title and the logo, the maple leaf logo you see there in the center of the box, the aircraft type, and then there's the model information displayed there as well. Now you're looking at the back of the box here. Nothing much back there except the warning information, the JC Wings logo, and then there's the Facebook social media page information. You can go to Facebook and check this model out if you can still get it through their social media page, as well as their website as well. Now you're looking at the top of the box here, where you see the aircraft type, the Air Canada title and the logo, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, as well as the model information displayed there as well. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, the same information you saw at the top of the box. Alright, now you're looking at this prestigious model that came with the prestigious model stand. Sorry about that, folks. Now you're looking at this prestigious model stand that came with the model. See that black pattern you see there, folks? When you put your model on the stand, that black pattern will prevent your model from being damaged or scratched. That's what that black pattern there is for. And then you come down here, you see the Air Canada title on the plaque, the logo, the Airbus A340-500 information, as well as the scale information there on this custom plaque. This is something JC Wings has been doing since 2013. It makes the model even stand out even more impressive. Alright. Now you're looking at this plastic bag here. What you see here inside this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors featuring 2 little toothpicks in there. Please stay tuned as I go into the details for the purpose of these model gear replacements for this model. Alright. Now, with all that information out of the way about the history of Air Canada, all the details here on this box, as well as the model stand, as well as the package with the gear replacement doors, with no further ado, everyone, here is the model. There it is, folks, the JC Wings Air Canada Airbus A340-500 and a 1:2 scale model in the Icy Blue Livery. Allow me to share you some more information about the Air Canada Airbus A340-500 jetliner and how it was acquired in their fleet. Air Canada became the third operator after Emirates and Singapore Airlines, as well as the first and only North American operator to acquire this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, the Airbus A340-500, as Air Canada was supposed to have been the actual launch customer for this particular aircraft type when this aircraft was first introduced in 2002. However, Air Canada filed for bankruptcy protection in January 2003, delaying delivery of the aircraft until March 2003, as Air Canada, however, didn't receive their very first Airbus A340-500 jetliner until June 28, 2004, which bears the registration ship number C-GKOM, which is this one right here, and acquired their very last Airbus A340-500 jetliner, which bears the registration ship number C-GKOL on July 26, 2004. And the first inaugural international flight on this aircraft took place on August 1st, 2004, when Air Canada officially began utilizing this aircraft on their ultra-long-haul Toronto to Hong Kong route, with the flying time clocking in at approximately 15.5 hours non-stop, as Air Canada at one time registered and previously operated only 2 of these iconic jetliners in their fleet, until they were eventually withdrawn from service in August 2007, as these aircraft were eventually replaced with the Boeing 777-200LR longer range worldliner, which entered Air Canada's fleet on June 25, 2007, as both of these aircraft have since either been stored up at an airport storage facility or have been scrapped altogether. Now let's check out this nice little icy blue livery you see here. This is Air Canada's present livery color scheme, which is known as the icy blue or the toothpaste livery, which was unveiled on October 19, 2004, as Air Canada's refreshed color palette embodies the nature of Canada. The Canadian red, the silver sky, the forest mist, the maple red, the Pacific blue, and the Arctic green. And at the time of this video review posting, Air Canada is in the process of slowly phasing out this livery scheme, as the airline has already begun sporting their brand new livery scheme, which was unveiled on February 9, 2017. I also have the Gemini Jets Air Canada Boeing 787-8 in the 1:1 scale model in that livery. I will do a review on that at a later time. So with that said, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and let me show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's roll. Alright, now we're going to start at the port side slash left side of the aircraft. On the front part of the aircraft, we see the nose gears displayed here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the fleet number 952, the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the windshield wipers, and the cockpit windows. I'll give you a better visual view of those later on in the review. And then you see this decal here between the cockpit windows and the L1 passenger door. That is the Star Alliance decal, which indicates that Air Canada joined the Star Alliance along with Lufthansa, United, SAS Scandinavian Airlines System, and Thai Airways International as one of the 5 founding members on May 14, 1997, which consists of 27 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. Now we get here, you see the Air Canada logo right here, as well as the titles right here on the upper part of the fuselage displayed there. Okay, and then you see the inboard landing light right there as well. Now these big massive engines you're looking at here, these are the Rolls-Royce Trent 553-61 engines that were used on this particular Air Canada Airbus A340-500 jetliner. You also see the Rolls-Royce decal here on the engine here, as well as there, and there's some more engine information on these engines as well. You also see the blue cone, very detailed, as well as the blue cone on the engine there as well. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around and let you see the front angle of these engines, and the turbofan blades do spin. Check it out. Now you're looking at the front angle of these engines. As I mentioned earlier, the turbofan displaying here. This one's on point. There's the engine strikes there, as well as this one. That's on point as well. And you see the engine strikes right there as well as the inboard land light. You got a better visual view, as well as the bogey gears displayed here, along with the bogey gear struts and the doors on the port side as well. Now you're looking at the engines on the starboard side, where you see the engine strikes on both of them, here and here, and the turbofan blade spin over here. So far this one's on point, as well as this one. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing light right here on the edge of the wing here on the starboard side, as well as the bogey gears here on the starboard side there as well. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, as well as the windshield wipers, the nose cone, as well as the gears, the struts, and the nose gear lights right there inside the nose gear door. So with that said, I'm going to take it back to the port side, because there's more information shared with you over there as well. Let's roll. Now you're looking at the red navigation light next to this dark painted winglet display there. Very detailed. Now behind these Rolls-Royce Trent 553-61 engines, you got a better visual view of the bogey gears here on the port side, featuring the bogey gear struts, as well as the bogey gear door there, as well as the center bogey gear displayed there as well. Now you're looking at the Airbus A340-500 decal right there displayed on the aircraft by the L4 door. Air Canada became the 3rd customer to acquire the Airbus A340-500 after Dubai-based Emirates and Singapore Airlines, and was one of 8 airlines to acquire this prestigious aircraft. Emirates, based out of Dubai; Singapore Airlines, based out of Singapore; TAM Airlines, based out of Sao Paulo, Brazil; Thai Airways International, based out of Bangkok, Thailand; Etihad Airways, based out of Abu Dhabi; Eric Air, based out of Lagos, Nigeria; and Azerbaijan Airlines, based out of Baku, Azerbaijan, were the others. Now looking at the registration ship number on the right side of the L4 door right here, registration ship number C-GKOM. Registration ship number C-GKOM. This was actually the first of 2 Airbus A340-500s that entered the Air Canada fleet, and the first test flight on this aircraft took place on March 28, 2003, and was delivered to Air Canada 1 year later on June 28, 2004, as this aircraft was then leased out to TAM Airlines on November 14, 2007. Then this aircraft was briefly leased out to Lufthansa subsidiary Lufthansa Technik in December 2014, and shortly thereafter, this aircraft was eventually sent to an aircraft storage facility on December 5, 2014, as this aircraft is currently stored up at the Schwerin Parchim International Airport Industrial Park, which is located in Parchim, Germany. Now you're looking at this beautiful tail here. Now you see the Air Canada logo displayed here on this tail. The Air Canada logo is actually called a maple leaf logo, and combined with the dot pattern in the light shade of green, it is also called the frosted leaf logo as well. And you see right up here, right there, that's the fleet number there as well, right? Now you got a view of the APU, auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right here. It is a hole there, very detailed there, and beneath the APU exhaust hole is two strobe lights displayed there as well. Now you're looking at the Air Canada Airbus A340-500 from the rear view angle. Now we're looking at the front angle of this aircraft on the starboard side. We see the nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the fleet number 952, the pedal tubes, the static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the Star Alliance decal, the front cargo container door, the Air Canada logo, as well as the Air Canada title displayed there at the front part of the fuselage, as well as the inboard landing lights right there displayed on the starboard side. Now you're looking at these massive Rolls-Royce Trent 553-61 engines on the starboard side. We see the Rolls-Royce decal here, as well as on this engine there as well. You also see the engine cone, how that's painted in blue, and painted in blue in detail there as well. Now you're looking at the green navigation light right next to the dark painted winglet displayed on this winglet as well. Now you're looking at the rear of the aircraft, where you see the rear cargo container door, the Airbus A340-500 decal, the registration ship number, and the Air Canada logo, frosted leaf logo displayed there on the tail as well. I also noticed something was missing on this aircraft, the APU bolt bin door. I looked for it, I didn't see it, but anyway, it is what it is. Let's keep it moving. Now, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft in full detail, I'm gonna allow you to see one feature, which is the rolling gears. It do roll. Be careful though. You see the nose gear right there, how it's kind of shaking a little bit. You roll it too hard, it might fall off, but it does swivel. See there a little bit. Okay, so with that said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's roll. Now you're looking at the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, where you see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, Star Alliance decal on both sides, as well as the Air Canada logo on both sides, as well as the Air Canada title on both sides. See the antenna there, a couple little dots right there. There's the Wi-Fi communications box right there, the anti-collision beacon light right here, the ADF antennas in 3D right there, a couple more antennas there, the vertical stabilizer known as the tail. Let's see. Oh, okay, you see that little dot right there on the horizontal stabilizers, as well as the dot over here as well. Those are the illuminator lights that light up this tail here when it flew during nighttime hours. Now let's check out the wings. No wing walkway, but you have the flaps, slats, ailerons, and spoilers, what have you. There's the engines right there, as well as the fuel dump valve, and then there's the dark winglet displayed there as well. Let's check over here. No wing walkway there as well, but you have the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, the engines, fuel dump valve there, and the dark painted wing there as well. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, where you see the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, as well as the open nose gear door featuring the nose gear right there. Perfect. Then you come here, a couple of antennas there, the anti-collision beacon light here, the hole where the stand goes in at, as well as the center bogey gear and the tilts. Perfect. Then you got a couple more antennas there, as well as the APU housing doors right there, the horizontal stabilizer. Let's check the gears over here. Perfect. See the engine there. See the engine there, as well as the fuel dump valve and the winglet there. Check over here. The gears, perfect. The engine's there. Fuel dump valve there, and the winglet right there as well. Now, since I'll show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, now I'm going to put it on that nice little sturdy stand that I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, here is the model on the stand. Alright, finally got this model on the stand with no hesitation, no issue there. Now you're looking at it in a takeoff and landing position on the port side. Impressive. Wow. Now you're looking at the front angle of this aircraft model with the model on the stair, all the gears intact, the nice little engines you see displayed there with the model, custom model stand displayed there as well. Now you're looking at this model from the starboard side in a takeoff landing position there as well. And finally, you're looking at this model from the tail cam angle. Now, before I take this model off the stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is I'm going to go ahead and take the gears off here, starting with the nose gear right here. They are retractable. Come out the gears over here on the port side. There. The gears on the starboard side. And the center bogey gear. I got to take this off the stand here for a second. And that's magnetic there as well. Okay, since I took all the gears off, I'm going to let you see this model displayed at a different angle without the gears in flight position. Now you see this model displayed in flight mode and in flight position. Now you got one or two options from this point on. If you choose to display it like this without the gears, that's fine. That's option A. This little plastic bag here with all this stuff in here, the gear replacements. That's the purpose of these gear replacements, to display your model, to substitute your gears while you display your model in flight mode. Or you can go to option B, do like I do, just keep the gears on there like in a takeoff and landing position. Gears up, gear down, don't make any difference. Me personally, I choose to keep mine on there. It adds more value to the model. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model off the stand, and wrap up this model review. Let's roll. Now let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. The Air Canada Airbus A340-500 Jetliner seated 267 passengers in a two-class cabin configured layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone. I couldn't find the seat map, but my guess is from here to right here, you have 42 executive first class live flatbed seats, and from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft, you have an additional 225 economy class seats, which brings a total of 267 seats. And finally, Air Canada previously utilized this aircraft, the Airbus A340-500, only on their Toronto to Hong Kong route exclusively. Well folks, this concludes this model review. Please rate, subscribe, and leave me your comments and suggestions. And if you got any questions about any other models, please don't hesitate to do that also. Well, with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. I have two more Air Canada to show you. One on with the 787A, which I'll show you at a later date, and the Airbus A320 also in that new livery as well. Stay tuned for those. Alright? Peace.